when two people were attacking him.
See what the psychic knows. Plus, Julia Roberts. Her brother Eric is in hot water again, this time lashing out at the press. Julia's troubled brother on hard copy.
Monday at 7:30 on KYW-3.
This is KYW-TV, Philadelphia. Coming up.
A union protest leaves the horses stranded at the starting gate at a local racetrack. Irish Americans clamored to meet the top leader of the IRA's political wing, and she once faced an uncertain future. We'll have the happy ending to the tale about a seal in need of a home.
Now, coverage you can count on. This is KYW News 3 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Beverly Williams. Our top story tonight, a labor dispute put the harness on racing at Philadelphia Park today. News 3's Malcolm Poindexter reports on how a small union walkout hit its stride and reined in racing.
Only the Canada Geese were running at Philly Park. That's because a wildcat strike launched by New York Electrical Union members blocked the main gate, discouraged bettors from entering, and canceled live racing.
The order says our scab labor. Don't patronize Philadelphia Park.
The dispute was over replacement of union workers in a strike against Autotote, the company that makes ticket printing machines for racetracks. Track employees here were not involved, but some of them refused to cross the job action lines anyway.
We support them because they've hired scabs to replace them. We were threatened with the same thing if we struck when our contract was up.
Track officials would not comment on the accusations. Occupying their attention were thousands of dollars in lost wagering and in training horses that weren't running.
This dispute is between Autotote, which is our tote supplier who supplies tote machines to our business, and their employees. There's nothing to do with us or our employees.
It takes 2 or 3 weeks to get a horse ready to go to a race. The trainer has to put the effort into it, we put the expense into it, and the time. We have a big loss because of this.
As a result of the job action here at Philadelphia Park, simulcasting was all racing fans had going for them. But thanks to an order barring the action, live racing is scheduled to resume. From Philadelphia Park, Malcolm Poindexter, News 3.
The last job dispute at Philadelphia Park was 4 years ago. 2 racing days were canceled then. From labor troubles to labor settlement, the Pennsylvania Turnpike Authority has reached a tentative contract agreement with its union employees. The new pact affects about 2,000 workers, including toll collectors, maintenance and equipment workers, and accountants and inspectors. Negotiators had to work past a midnight deadline to hammer out the contract. There's never been a strike in the Turnpike's 54-year-old history. And striking GM automobile workers in Michigan have ended their walkout in exchange for a brand new deal. GM has promised to hire new workers. Over 11,000 employees launched a strike last Tuesday. They were angry about overtime and an increased workload. The strike resulted in shutdowns at other GM plants and slowdowns, too. The GM Boxwood plant in Wilmington, Delaware, kept workers off the job today due to a shortage of parts. Normal operations will resume on Monday. Police are investigating an accident in Newcastle, Delaware, that has claimed the life of a 34-year-old man. William Hargan apparently lost control of his pickup truck on Paper Mill Road. The truck hit an embankment and overturned, trapping Hargan inside. And Philadelphia police don't know what caused this accident this morning involving a SEPTA paratransit van that ran off the road at Lincoln Drive near Johnson Street in Germantown. Police say there were no passengers aboard at the time. The driver suffered only minor injuries in that mishap. Jerry Adams is considered by many the major player in the Northern Ireland peace negotiations. His trip to the United States continued today with a stop in Philadelphia. And tonight, Adams was the guest at a very exclusive dinner party in Center City. The Ancient Order of Hibernians honored the president of Sinn Féin for his nonviolent peace efforts. News 3's Barbara Monaco has more on Adams' day here.
A big crowd turned out to greet Jerry Adams at Philadelphia International Airport. With a ceasefire now in effect in Northern Ireland, the head of Sinn Féin is touring the U.S. He wants to pressure the British government to negotiate a permanent peace.
Mr. Major needs to seize this moment. He should not be allowed to squander it. We have had 25 years of unbroken struggle. It isn't ended.
Armed with video camera and flag, Jim Marley came out to greet Adams. Marley has relatives in Northern Ireland.
And they all tell me the same thing. They can't wait for the day that England gets out of Northern Ireland.
Philomena Brown of Upper Darby grew up in County Down. She says segregation was a fact of life.
Even though it was a small town, the Catholic went to one school and the Protestants went to another school, and there the twain shall meet.
Adams is optimistic talks will bring change.
The British government are very slow learners, and the Irish are very patient teachers. Anyone who has had to withstand, to endure a one-party state, the partition of our country, discrimination, second-class citizenship, the things that you take for granted here, like the right to trial by jury, the right to decide your own affairs, are absent in the occupied area.
Adams also made the same plea before the World Affairs Council of Philadelphia, a plea for peace talks now.
And that's what Ireland wants, to be free of foreign rule.
Adams hopes talks will bring an end to British rule in Northern Ireland and the beginning of equal treatment for Irish Catholics who live there. Barbara Monaco, News 3.
Adams speaks tomorrow afternoon at the Franklin Plaza Hotel. He had hoped to see President Clinton next week in Washington, but instead he will meet with a State Department official. South African President Nelson Mandela will meet with President Clinton. Mandela arrived quietly in New York City today. After his private jet landed, Mandela was escorted to the Rockefeller family estate in Westchester County. Tomorrow, he'll attend church services with former Mayor David Dinkins, and later in the week, he will address the UN. Mandela says his message is simple. With sanctions lifted, it's time for the U.S. and South Africa to do business. Meanwhile, in Washington, former President Jimmy Carter spent the day celebrating his 70th birthday and mending fences with the Clinton administration. Mr. Carter also received the Fulbright Award along with a $50,000 prize. Carter was hailed for breaking barriers which divide mankind. During his speech, the former president accepted responsibility for miscommunication following his peace mission to Haiti. President Clinton praised Mr. Carter for his dedication to public service. More U.S. military action in Haiti tonight. Soldiers disarmed Haiti's small naval base and seized private arms. U.S. officials say that American soldiers met no resistance. Meantime, chaos reigned for a third straight day in parts of the capital city. Haitian guards and militiamen opened fire on people who were looting a warehouse. 9 people were wounded. 2 of them were children. U.S. troops moved in and fired shots to stop the pandemonium.
We don't know what's going to happen a couple hours from now. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But we're going to defend ourselves.
We have neither peace, nor justice, or any democracy from anybody.
And a pro-democracy rally was called off today because of fears that the demonstrators would be attacked. Some amazing pictures of an erupting volcano tonight thanks to the Space Shuttle Endeavour. The shuttle crew used a $360 million 3D radar system to capture the spectacle in eastern Russia. Thick gray smoke billowed 8 miles from the volcano on the Kamchatka Peninsula. Talk about timing. The volcano erupted Friday, shortly after the shuttle blasted into space. Stay with us on News 3 at 11. Up next, volunteers joining hands to build a better community in West Philadelphia. And it's a step back in time in Germantown as the colonists and the Redcoats face off again. And are we going to see the sun tomorrow?
We could. Still some still some rains out there tonight, folks, but we have half a weekend to go. Well, the Franklin Institute forecast coming up. Stay with us.
We'll put the
All the guys in the school would sit back and catch our breath as she walked by.
But first at 5, an obsessive love affair destroyed his career. Now this former high court judge talks about his dishonor. And at 5:30,
I remember as being outgoing and fun-loving.
Nicole, high school dream girl, old friends share the glory days. Monday starting at 5, followed by KYW News 3 at 6.
If you want to be in a position of power, then get behind the wheel of a 1995 Jeep Grand Cherokee V8 with a powerful 220 horsepower engine, 6,500-pound towing capacity, standard driver's airbag, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. It lets you command power in any situation. The Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, the only thing more powerful is this deal.
There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Key States Jeep and Eagle dealer.
I really feel I have a personal obligation to make people happy. I became known as the howdy guy. Howdy, 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 fellas. I teach a lot of clinics. If they follow the steps when they come home, they feel good about themselves. So if you run into a problem, just ask for Hollywood and I'll walk you through it.
Complete your kitchen with Moen fixtures, offering the latest in elegant kitchen faucets, like the European-style pull-out with spray. You'll find lots of Moen styles at a guaranteed low price every day at the Home Depot.
I just like to see people happy.
You know, I'm really glad you chose the Jefferson Cancer Network for your cancer treatment.
Yes, it was a comfort for me to be able to stay with my own doctor and our hospital and work with Jefferson through this.
Well, we beat it. And now we can enjoy life again.
Yes.
For more information about the Jefferson Cancer Network or to make an appointment, call 1-800-JEFF-NOW.
Just announced the lowest finance rate of the year on Ford Taurus. 2.9% financing on every new Taurus for up to 48 months. Or take $750 cash back on America's best-selling car. Care to lease? Get the lowest lease payment of the year, $199 per month. Any choice you take, it's America's best deal of the year. Choose 2.9 financing or $750 cash back or lease at $199 per month. Hurry, these offers end October 3rd. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer and make your best deal on Taurus now.
Now, Beverly Williams. KYW News 3 at 11 continues.
All across West Philadelphia, volunteers extended a helping hand today to build a better community. WMMR's Pierre Robert reports tonight on the annual Habitat for Humanity Build-a-thon.
Saws were buzzing, hammers flying for the Habitat for Humanity Build-a-thon, an all-out effort to revitalize 4 Philadelphia neighborhoods.
Slowly, constantly keep rebuilding and helping people.
So you sort of like plant a seed and...
Plant a seed and let it grow.
Habitat survives because volunteers come out to make a difference, demolish the old and refurbish with new.
It's very satisfying. I like to help the community, feel like I'm putting a little bit back in, and I believe in the work that's being done here. The one thing that sets Habitat apart for me is that we're working with the people who will live in the houses. It's not a charity program, we're just helping.
Events like the Build-a-thon are vital to cities like Philadelphia where low-income housing is at such a premium. But the cool thing is about this whole project is that this is so much more of a payoff than just bricks and mortar.
It makes me feel good. Like eventually, maybe early next year, probably around March, I should be receiving my home soon.
But for longtime residents, new life is a welcome sight. How do you feel when you look around the neighborhood and seeing all these people coming in to help?
Happy. It's a great day. Great day. We know that this neighborhood especially is going to live a long time with all these young people who have come to help make a difference in building and to help us have new homes.
In West Philadelphia, I'm Pierre Robert for News 3.
For more information about the work of Habitat for Humanity, here's the number to call, 800-281-4000. That's 800-281-4000. And cannons and guns were blasting in Germantown today. It was the annual reenactment of the Battle of Germantown. Hundreds took part or just sat back and watched the reenactment. The battle in 1777 was the only one fought inside the city limits. People in costume came from up and down the East Coast for their very own taste of history today. No guns at this battle. These little rubber duckies and their owners were counting on the tide to make them winners. The race in the Delaware River at Eli's Restaurant was a fundraiser for local veterans groups. Martha Thompson's duck made it in first, and she won a Caribbean cruise. Quack, quack. There's more to come on News 3 at 11. In sports, Penn State struggled early, but then connected late against Temple. Harry Donahue has all the scores and more coming up. But first, let's check tonight's winning lottery numbers. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Dick Yingling, president of America's oldest brewery. Our family has been brewing the finest beer for over 164 years. We started with a commitment to quality, consistency, and good taste, and that commitment continues today. Each of our brewed products are made with the finest ingredients and have their own unique taste. We're proud of being a local brewery, and we encourage you to buy locally made products.
Yingling Brewing Company, making the finest brewery products available today and making it here.
Mid-Atlantic Bank.
Service.
Waiting too long for decisions? We give you fast answers on borrowing.
Service.
Want a bank that really listens? Understanding your individual needs is our top priority.
Service.
Looking for a better way to reach your financial goals? Our advice can help.
Service. We didn't invent it. We're just trying to perfect it.
We're turning our extra room into an art studio. The IKEA consultants are really helping it all come together.
I needed one table for my supplies, a good chair, and a custom sofa.
She was into macrame for a while.
I've always felt drawn to the arts.
I'm just the guy with the IKEA credit card.
IKEA offers fast delivery. Everything was here in a few days. Well, sculptures, it's like a sixth sense to me.
I have several of her more important works in my office.
News 3 weather is sponsored by Honda.
The Passport LX has a 175 horsepower V6 engine, on-demand four-wheel drive, a winter switch for better traction from a standing start. Oh, and one other unique feature. It's from Honda. Introducing the Honda 94 clearance lease. Just $299 a month for 30 months. Timing is everything at your Honda dealer.
Now, the Franklin Institute forecast with Craig Weber.
How's the rest of the weekend shaping up?
Well, half of it looks pretty good, and that half will be tomorrow. Really, got some sun coming out, believe it or not, folks. We're going for a high of 68 again for tomorrow. We've had 68 the last 3 days. We should tag it again tomorrow. So some nice, cool, fall-like air. And let's take a look at the situation out there. We still have some rains around, but a few stars showing up in Allentown and a few clouds there. But it is cloudy over much of the Poconos in 52, 58 towards Wilmington. And as you can see, the single flag is out, so it's a little breezy along the coastline sections. And here are some rains along the Chesapeake and also the Delaware. We'll check those in just a second here. At 5th and Market, mostly cloudy. 1 or 2 stars out there, 58 degrees. Humidity still high. That should be on the decline here shortly. Northwest winds at 7, and the pressure is starting to rise. Here's the satellite picture, and the front, if you were watching at 6 o'clock, was stationary, as it has been much of the day. It has become more cold, if you will, so it started to drift further towards the south tonight, and so some clearing in over the northern sections of the viewing area. This high will continue to move in for tomorrow. You still see some rains around there. We still have a low that's offshore. This is the last in the series of lows that moved along this front today. Another thing down here is that tropical disturbance that it's very disorganized, but it is tropical, and the circumference of that, that precip shield or that cloud shield brings some clouds way up into the Carolinas. So now we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but for Monday night and into Tuesday, this low will move off to Hatteras, and we could see a nor'easter starting to develop there. We'll continue to watch this and have more details on that tomorrow night. Let's take a look at the radar, the Doppler, and show you what is going on out there. And the heaviest of the showers are on the mouth of the bay there and around Slaughter's Beach towards Bowers. And you can see some isolated areas of showers, Penns Grove, Swedesboro, for example, Glassboro, up towards Newcastle and Wilmington, somewhere along Annapolis right now. This is just ground clutter here. That's just the radar beam bouncing off the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, the moon up above, and a thing called love, everything but raindrops. So most of the rain is well to the south of us right now. As you can see for tomorrow, high pressure will be in control. We'll see temperatures in the 60s. What I was getting at earlier, because there's such a cloud shield down south of this front, some clouds will be coming in over the top. We'll see some sunshine, but we will also see some clouds in the sky tomorrow. But temperatures in the 60s. Most of the bad weather down here over the south until, let's say, Tuesday when it comes up into our neck of the woods. As far as the Franklin Institute forecast for the rest of the Delaware Valley, cloudy and cool tonight. We'll see some clearing throughout much of the night. Northwest winds at 12, 54 degrees. Tomorrow, some sun out there and some clouds. Windy and cool, northwest winds at 20. And once again, single flag will be along the coastline sections. We'll have more on News 3 weekend, Sunday tomorrow morning. So for tomorrow, 68 degrees. Monday, not a bad day. Clouding up late, some showers late. Tuesday, it's going to be windy once again, as we'll see if that nor'easter really, blows up on the coastline sections of Hatteras, 64 degrees. Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures once again in the lower 60s, where they should be this time of year, a little below normal for that matter. We'll have more tomorrow morning. Stay with us. Here's Bev.
Thanks, Craig. A quick look now at a couple of stories we'll have for you tomorrow morning on News 3 Weekend. If you hurt, examine your heels. Heels and feet could help you get rid of some very serious pain. Plus, if you think you have a lot of shoes, think again. It's nothing compared to what you'll see tomorrow morning at 10 on News 3 Weekend. And coming up next, Harry Donahue with sports and seals stranded off the Jersey Shore, getting off to a new start.
To get into a Broadway show, it'll cost you about $65. To get into a good restaurant, it'll cost you more like $100. But to get into a Lexus GS, it will now cost you $0. Introducing the first time ever GS lease with $0 down and only $4.99 per month for 36 months. Just get into your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer by November 3rd.
Lean on me.
What makes Keystone #1? Good people and a caring organization. Like the 6,000 affiliated family doctors and specialists who put your needs first. Doctors who believe that wellness and preventive programs help keep their patients healthy. Professionals who work at 65 of the area's finest hospitals. And we're backed by the Blues with excellent benefits for families like yours and mine at affordable rates. So ask your employer for Keystone, the caring HMO you can lean on.
Pennsylvania needs someone who's going to make the personal commitment to be in every county every year, to find out what the concerns and problems are for each community, and to make things happen here. Harris Wofford believes that the answer to all of our problems is for you to pay more taxes, to send to Washington, to hire a bureaucrat, to set up a new agency, to pass regulations, to tell you what's best for you and to run your life. What I want to do is to make sure that you keep more of your money and you keep more of those choices so you can make decisions about what's best for you and your family.
What you're hearing is not the cost of the features on the Sentra Limited Edition. It's what you'll be saving. You see, the Sentra Limited Edition costs a substantial $2,000 less than a comparably equipped Toyota Corolla LE. Bet you never thought this would sound so beautiful. Now you can lease a Sentra Limited Edition with no down payment for just $199 a month for 36 months.
Now, sports. KYW News 3 at 11 continues.
Okay, Harry, what's topping sports tonight?
Big day in college football today in town, and Temple shut out Penn State in the first and fourth quarters at Franklin Field, but those second and third quarter explosions, they just killed the Owls today at Franklin Field. Penn State's brilliant Kanjana Carter rushed for 61 yards, dislocated his thumb, though, and he's up in the air for Michigan in a couple of weeks. But the Lions have a high-octane offense, 600 total yards today. Curry Collins to Freddie Scott, 3 touchdown catches for him. State rallies from